So this past weekend, I took my big Monstera that was in this single pot and I kept it in this decorative pot. And I took all 5 plants that were in one pot and I separated them. And while it was beautiful for the 4 months that I had it in that pot, one of the things that I didn't realize the significance of is the direction of the leaves and how it would be impacted by the way it was situated in that pot. And so, just to give you a little bit of background, if you haven't seen any of my other videos, I had a 12-inch pot, plant plants in it, 5 Monstera Deliciosa plants in it. This is one of the 5, so you can see that they're pretty big, of which they did grow a lot from within the last 4 months. It basically 14 new leaves, of which these two are 2 of those 2 new leaves, but 14 new leaves, 13 to 14 new leaves out of the 5 plants. But they were each facing each other, meaning that the backs of the plants were facing out, and I had them all staked around. But I could clearly tell that they were going to grow out of this pot at the rate that they were going. And so I took an opportunity after the last 3 leaves unfurled to unpot it. I did a little bit of research, and what I found is that if you unpot it, if you unpot and repot during growing season, the plant is likely to adapt a little bit better than if you do it during a dormant season. So I took that opportunity to do it before any new leaves unfurled. And so again, one of the things that you'll see very clearly on this is that the leaves, and this is probably the best one, are going in many different directions. And it's been, I have them facing the sun, the window, now only for a couple of days. And while this one is facing forward, it's doing a little bit better than it was a couple of days ago. This one is facing straight up. You can see that it's facing straight up as opposed to straight forward, which is, by the way, how they come out, facing forward, much like this one is. This one is facing, this is one of the older leaves. It's facing straight forward. This one is actually facing backwards. And this is one of the older leaves as well, one of the younger leaves. And then I have one that is over here that is facing completely backwards that I'm hoping will turn. In fact, I know it probably will turn. It just will take a little bit of time. I did stake them all. I have ordered some tree leaf trellises to put them on because I like the wideness, because I imagine that these are going to continue to grow. This particular plant, if you look at the front of it, it has roughly, this has 4 stems that are, that I have strapped to the trellis, and you can see that I cut one here because it was damaged, but it also has this leaf. I don't know if you could see. Oh, let me move this out the way. Right here, it has where there's going to be a new leaf coming out pretty soon. And then here's one already where the leaf is already starting to emerge. It's already starting, if you could see that little bit right there, it's starting to emerge. So 2 more leaves will likely come out of this if it doesn't go into too much transplant shock. But this is one. And as I stated, I put the back, if you could look, you could see that, all of the, well, you probably can't see through this, but basically all of the aerial roots are faced towards the back. Some of them are in the soil, but they are all faced to the back. So the plant is facing forward, and I'm hopeful that it will, again, all the leaves will turn forward. It will make such a beautiful, even more beautiful plant. Okay, so here is number 2 and 3. There's 2 pots here, so I'll show you them both at the same time. Again, the plants are facing forward. If you look to the back of here, you'll see that this is the back. Here is the aerial roots, but you can already see one of the newest leaves that have come out. This is one of the ones that, no, this is actually not one of the last 3, but this is one that is a newer leaf. It's starting to have some secondary holes in it, but it is facing completely backwards. And so all of these leaves, none of these are facing completely forward. These are facing towards the left side. These 2 right here, this is an older leaf. This is a newer leaf since I got it. And then this is also part of it, and it's facing, sideways. So all different directions. And then here is the plant that is right next to it. Again, facing straight up, leaves are facing straight up. Here is one of the newer leaves that just unfurled. A lot of secondary holes in it. If you could see, it's going to be so beautiful. The ones that will come after this, I know that they will all have quite a bit of holes in it as well. But this one is just one of the newer ones that unfurled. It's facing to the left side or to the right, my right side. Here's another one facing to the right. Here's another one facing to the right. So none of these are facing forward. And then this is, as you can see, the back of the plant. Here is one. This was in the soil. 2, 3 aerial roots. And as you can see, this has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stems that are coming out of this one. And I can already see that I have, I don't know if you can see that, 1, 2, and potentially a third leaf that will come out of this season. No, maybe 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4 that might come out of this plant this season if it does not go into too much shock. And I imagine that these ones will also have some secondary penetrations in it, which will be beautiful. So that was one of the other reasons that I was in such a rush to hurry up and repot these. And then the last one that I put in soil is this one right here. And, you know, again, this is the back of it. Same situation. This one has leaves that are facing to the left. This one is facing completely backwards. I mean, look at this. This thing has turned. It's so confused backwards. Now, this one is facing forward. This is one of the newer ones that has come out. It's facing forward. But then we have a couple more that are facing. This one is facing straight up. Beautiful leaf. And then this one is facing straight up, but at least it's to forward. So it might have a little bit of an easier time. I'm hoping when I get my tree leaf trellises for the rest of these, I will do a little bit of a better job kind of staking them back and kind of forcing them a little bit back. These ones, this one also, like the others, has some growth that likely could happen this season if it doesn't go into too much shock. But here's another one. Here is a second one that is already starting to push out. And I think those two are it in terms of ones that might push out this season. But quite a few of them have leaves that might push out this season, depending on how much shock that it goes into. I did put the last. So again, I said there are 5. I just showed you 4. I put the last one in LECA, and I did a separate video on that as well. So take a look at that one. That was probably the youngest plant of all of them. It's quite developed, but it's still younger. You'll see when you look at that video that it's not as developed as these 4 plants, which will quickly get quite big if they continue at the rate that they are going. But I'm excited, and stay tuned. I'll continue to post updates on how the leaves turn forward and what the plants look like ultimately after they finish this transition.